Tomato in Detroit.
Not at all.
Yeah, okay, but isn't it like a suburb, yo?
No, not really. I mean, they have like their own zip code.
734.
I believe that.
It's kind of its own thing. I guess I had the wrong zip code. We coming out to do our show. I said, welcome to Arbor City. It's not Detroit, it's Arbor City.
I know. It's Detroit's 2 syllables. Ann Arbor is
I see.
3. It's just
it's
it's hard.
It's only 2.
I see the problem.
A2. Yeah, all the locals, they call it A2.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. I mean, it's like Ann Arbor, that's 2.
So it's A2.
Hey now, welcome to A2 City. I said welcome to A2 City. Every place, everywhere we go. Yeah, they want to try to ban our show, but we here now in A2 City. Louder with prouder in A2 City. Click, click, boom, hit the zone as I hit the wall. You can hear me holla more club in this bitch. Let me hear you holla more club in this bitch. Let me hear you holla more club in this bitch. So who you gonna call on when you wanna have a laugh with me and to tell you that ain't nothing give me funny? Gotta apologize now like a motherfucking punk. Dick curtains off at the power center now. From A2, trick, quick, come and show off. Bring the mud scum from the top by your mouth. Trigger bunks up in this bitch, being an odd jump, cause they jumps. And we may have to let their ass off. Now, don't seem a little fishy. And I don't like the way these trainers keep screaming at me. But you all damn gets me. It's it for what I'm doing. I see you what I'm telling you. I see it all. I'm looking like a penis. Come on, you don't let's see the bands in the sky. Since we ain't shutting up until we die. All you gangsters and free speech thugs, throw them hands and we show them mugs. Hey now, welcome to A2 City. I said welcome to A2 City. Every place, everywhere we go. Yeah, they want to try to ban our show, but we here now in A2 City. Louder with prouder in A2 City. I'm the track as a producer, I'm a quarterback. I think it's time.
It's A2, bro. It's A2.
You of them.
How do you know? Oh, University of Michigan, glad to be here! Oh, right, hey, let's let them hear you in the overflow room. They couldn't get tickets, but they were waiting there.
Yeah.
Commons, what is it?
Yeah,
no,
Peter Commons.
You don't love them that much.
Oh, you know.
For people watching on YouTube, you guys can grab a seat. You don't have to stand this whole time. What are you, my aliens? I'm not going to be passing around a cup. Everybody passes out after this. You can sit. It makes me very uncomfortable. If you sit standing like that, it gives the protesters every reason to show up, okay? We're streaming a live question, obviously, not only to you guys, but everyone out there on YouTube. Obviously, a lot of talk about bombs lately. No one here supports that, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, the blame game is being played. You've seen this from Donald Trump's rhetoric to the media. What do you think? You think the blame rests squarely on the shoulders of the guy who sent the bomb, or people, or Z's, I don't know. Also, if you're on YouTube, a very popular answer is, quote, the Jews. So that's all. You cannot get around it on the YouTube. Hey, everyone, really quick, let me see your phones. Show your phones. We have some press here tonight in Ann Arbor. Woo-hoo! What I want you to do is grab some pictures, Instagram, do whatever you want to do. Crowder U of M Takeover is the hashtag. Let the press know that you were every bit as much the press today that you were. And we have a promo code, U of M. You get $30 off month club if you join up. BlackRoseBetter.com/month club. For people who don't know, if any month clubbers in the house? And we'll be talking a little bit later, a dive-in segment, I think they call it now. We always called it a meat segment about college conservatism. The statistics might surprise you. But leading the news, we have to talk about this. First, President Trump held a rally in Wisconsin where he addressed the recent bomb scares. You guys might have seen this. He called for unity, which I thought was pretty nice. Many, of course, are immediately accusing him of very quickly pivoting to attacking his political opponents rather than actually unifying. And given his speech, we have an exclusive clip. You be the judge.
We want all sides to come together in peace and harmony. We can do it. Even Lion 10, Crazy Birdie, Pocahontas, she can do it. And even that lying, filthy whore Hillary Clinton.
No, we didn't have the hang of it yet. Don't encourage his behavior. Wait, hold on. I'm actually receiving word that we have, right now we have breaking footage of the caravan, of course, with migrant children or women seeking a better life here in the United States. We go now live to some coverage.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Here we go.
Criminals is everywhere. Okay? It's criminals in here. Cool. I mean, it is.
All right, that seems the opposite.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so.
It's almost like I lied to you. I make no apologies. Turning to international news, my home country of Canada, where I was raised. I love how the one woo was immediately down. Shame. We're conservatives. We believe in shame. So turning to international news, Canada has already nearly run out of marijuana immediately after. Cabinet's only just a little bit. Whoa, come on. You said it. Well, on a college campus, I guess. Yeah, no, this is great juice. We had to make sure that we,
yeah.
By the way, everyone, give a round of applause to your campus police here. You've been doing a fantastic job. And you never want to see anyone in blue, but, unlike those sons of bitches at University of Illinois who wouldn't even show up. Thank you, you man. We appreciate it. Let's try this again. Too cute Maddie on overlays, by the way. She's too cute. It makes me want to throw up. No, I'm throwing up right now. She needs to age a little bit. She needs to feel some shame, make some bad decisions, then we can have her on our team. Yeah. I threw up in my mouth. She's just too cute. Look at that. That's like, I'm in Cobra Kai. Damn it, too cute, Maddie. Okay, turning to international news, Canada nearly run out of marijuana immediately after legalizing it. Thank you, too cute, Maddie. A direct quote. Problem started on the first day, said Patrick Wallace. It's a mess. Wow. The supply is just a mess. He's the owner of a 420 store. And many of you may not know this. Gerald knows this because he played football at Notre Dame and, spent a lot of time here in away games. Go on. Go Blue! Let's go, baby! That's worse pandering than Hillary Clinton's hot sauce! Quick, sorry, this has been several days campaign. Now I know what she does. She's like a bald eagle in an oil spill. And many of you may not know, but he knows because he played it. I love also, by the way, that Notre Dame didn't get as big of a boo as the one person from Canada. That's right, man. Notre Dame, boo, Canada. It still is kind of. All right, so many of you may not know this. You do because you played a lot of away games here in Ann Arbor. Actually, Canada followed the municipality of Ann Arbor's lead on marijuana laws, which, let's be honest, given the Canadian Prime Minister, really shouldn't surprise anybody here. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, Commissioner. Yes, I'm happy to say that Canada definitely Follow on Arbor's lead. I can hear you. Yeah, it seems to be working out really well. Listen, let me ask you. Do you find that when people are completely ripped, they can notice the Muslim ring? All right, that's bad. That's...
Oh, no.
Come on. Okay. He's a horrible world leader.
I should have cut it earlier.
I do appreciate, though, the laugh at the Dearborn Islamic rape joke, so that'll go far. Tell me the kind of crowd you are. Yeah. Canada gets a boo, that gets a
We should probably get rid of that camera in his office, by the way. That's
yeah.
really helpful.
And by the way, listen, I do want to, we're seriously talking about, what's your opinion here on the bombs that have gone out recently? This is obviously, we don't have a lot of info yet, and I don't know how many of you watch the show, but we typically don't comment on situations where there isn't a ton of info because you always, almost always end up being embarrassed.
Oh yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the.
So Gerald, you go ahead.
You definitely have to wait to get some more information. But look, if it's somebody from our political standpoint, they think that's the way that we're going to advance our agenda, that's not going to work. Our ideas can stand for themselves. The Democrats and the liberals cannot. I agree.
Like us don't exist. They talk about the alt-right and crazy conservatives. Let it, by round of applause, who here is against bombs, no matter who it is, whether it's the Clintons or except Robert De Niro, maybe a little bit. It's like someone like a mousetrap, like snap. Hey, was that a mousetrap for me? That's for you. You haven't done good work since Cape Fear. Switching to entertainment, kind of. Caitlyn Jenner said that he, she, Z. Just trying to make sure that I get everybody offended right off the bat. He wants to play a Marvel villain. This comes from comicbook.com. Direct quote. Seriously. Save it for Canada or DC, okay? Man talks to fish. Quote from comicbook.com. I want to play the baddest ass lady you've ever seen in your life. I've got the wicked queen or the wicked lady just to do the makeup on the outfit, and I've got the deep voice. Well, you've got to come out. So, quick to oblige, of course, and jump on the LGBTQ bandwagon. Marvel actually announced their newest supervillain in the Marvel Universe to be Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would hope you'd have to go through swinging doors to see that motion picture. Now, Caitlyn's story arc actually, this is a true story, remains a little bit of a mystery, but because of Comic-Con leaks, I don't know if you get comic book fans here, but some Comic-Con leaks suggest Caitlyn's involvement in the newly announced plotline Thanos, the intergalactic transphobe. So that seems almost like it was written for Caitlyn.
I hate to
No!
The bathroom. Do you know where the bathroom is back there?
You don't get one. It's in my dining room.
Really, what I came out to say is, go blue, baby!
There's a bucket out back. By the way, Caitlyn Jenner has the power of supersonic speed, telekinesis, and the ability to not go to jail when she runs you over with her car. So that's good. It's just as good as fine. It sounds like a cross of Kevin Spacey and the Joker from the animated series. We are actually honored tonight to be joined by a Supreme Court justice in the audience. We don't have to necessarily agree with this person, but none other than Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Justice, do we have the Ruth name available? Ruth Bader Ginsburg, yeah, let's... Everyone be quiet, please. This is... Thank God you didn't pay for this show. The final news story before we get to some more news we have to get to. PETA has officially claimed cow's milk to be a symbol of white supremacy. So I want to make sure I get this right. The group renewed its claim from a 2017 blog post titled "Cow's milk is the perfect drink for white supremacists." tweeted a link out recently this last week to renew it. I guess that's how it works. The National Dairy Association responded to the claims, calling them absurd and insulting naturally. Now, though to be fair, here's the, I'm a milk guy.
Yeah, I like milk.
I'm a milk guy. I'm not on board with PETA, but I can see how they could argue that the recent Got Milk campaigns were distasteful. I can understand that, yeah. That's dipping into gray territory, it would seem. Do we have that? Can we bring that back up? What was the writing? Did anyone see if that was German? Was it great? Heidi Mitch? I don't know. That's how the mustache started.
I can't read it.
Oh, by the way, actually, we're getting word of developments with the carrying migrant women and children, as you know, in the United States. We've returned to coverage live.
It's criminals in here. Well, I mean, it is.
All right, I think that's... He doesn't seem like he's much help. Hey, one thing I did want to tell you guys, I'm really sorry. You saw on the posters my good friend Owen was supposed to be here tonight, but he couldn't make it because of a family affair to a... Ladies and gentlemen!
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Actually, as a matter of fact, geographically, there is little room for that. I would enough if you're supposed to sling with smug talk. Fill your tumbler, you son of a...
I just wanted to thank you for that wonderful performance you put on for these folks.
I just wanted to give it my all because I love my human.
Yes. Well, I think that showed, Owen, from your passionate performance all the way to your perfect Liberace costume.
Who's Liberace?
Now, Owen, have you been following this unfortunate story of the administration wanting to reclassify one's gender to identify with their biological sex?
Oh, you mean like science?
No. See, gender exists outside the realm of science.
So how are you supposed to tell who's a boy and who's a girl?
Well, Owen, gender actually exists outside that simple binary you refer to as boy and girl. It also exists outside of that feedback. You see, actually, gender can be expressed in a multitude of ways. You can be LGBT, there's 57 others depending on the day, and you can switch right back, including your sexuality, thanks to the modern phenomenon known as gender fluidity.
Oh, so it's like magic.
Well, Owen, in a way, I suppose it's not always easy for trannies out there on the range.
Is it because of the horrible health problems you get, or the high suicide rate, or is it because...
No, and I'm talking about difficulties that far exceed the silliness of cutting off one's peck or replacing it with a non-functioning vagina that your body will forevermore try to close as a wound. I'm talking about problems for trannies out on the range that live more in the realm of nuance. Matter of fact, let me tell you a story about a little tranny I knew. Let me tell you a story about this tranny named Sue. When I was born, the doctor said it's a boy, but pissing off doctors gave Mama joy, so she put me in a dress and high-heeled shoes. Papa thought it wrong, because I still had a dong, and he said little boys shouldn't wear little girl thongs. Oh, life wasn't easy for little tranny named Sue.
What happened next?
About junior high, I stopped being a guy, and if kids had asked why, I let out a big sigh. And I just have the school give them the boot.
Yeah, you did.
Well, college got better, though I still had my pecker. I sure was one hell of a trendsetter, free to drop a deuce in the men's or ladies' room.
Hey, you pinch that deuce anywhere you want, Sue.
I had to apply for a Susan B. loan, even though I still had a bone. But what do you know? It turns out I was approved. I didn't hear that because I was hearing feet.
My hat was falling
Your
off.
hat falling
I'm
off?
afraid of my own eyeballs.
I tell you what, cowboy Liberace, that's a weird combo. Let's play me back in. They threw in even more scholarship money, and they just asked me, please don't sue us, honey. Oh, life wasn't easy for little tranny named Sue.
Did you sue him, Sue? Your name is Sue. I feel like that's kind of hilarious if you sued him.
All right, listen, okay, let's curb that.
Sorry, I got really
I
excited.
appreciate the zeal, but it's making up my hat's about to fall off. All right, let's just slow it down. Let's play me back here. Well, a man told me late one night after 15 Bud Lights, disregarding my height. Hey, you sure are good looking, Sue. Now I said just between us, I might have a penis, though it's more of a weenus, and he let out a gas with my big old size 15 shoe.
Damn, that's a big shoe, Sue.
Well, wouldn't you know, as I began to disrobe and I started the probe, turns out he's a transphobe. Ah, hell, what's a poor tranny to do? He screamed, you're a man, dragged me back his Dodge Ram, all just because I didn't have a clam. Oh, life wasn't easy for little tranny named Sue.
So what'd you do, Sue? What happens next?
Years went by, I had my own little guy, and I knew I'd have to choose how he'd identify. And oh boy, I didn't know what to do. Well, hormone blockers weren't the answer. As it turned out, I gave the little bastard cancer. Life won't be easy for a second-generation tranny named Sue.
Biology's a bitch.
Owen, Benjamin, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Giant Boy, my producer, he's rushing to try and get us back on track. Let's hear it for him. Maybe Steve's screwed it up. I hope you're having a good time, everyone out there. Get some more wine. Oh, and I want Owen back right now. I gotta find out where I am. So, how many here would declare themselves conservative, libertarian, right-wing? All right, I was hoping for a little more diversity. Oh, wait, I forgot. You know what? We actually still have.
We do.
In our midst, we do want to check back in on Supreme Court Justice. Do we have the Ruth cam? Ruth Bader Ginsburg, ladies and gentlemen, is she here? That's just, that might be in the Q&A. You know, we hear this talked about a whole lot. You've heard this term probably from many of your professors who are out there protesting. Other, right? Who here's heard the term about other? Okay, apparently no one. We will not make a noise unless it's booing a Canadian, okay? Everything else. And we hear a lot about this, right? We hear a lot about black people, gay people, trans people, about being othered, about being marginalized. And here's the truth. Statistically, one person is cheering with a look. It looks like a mid-90s rave and he's taking a cocktail of codeine and weed. I'm out. I've been othered with 7 fingers. I'm sure it'll make a few couples, sir. But statistically, the one thing that a lot of people don't talk about is no one has been othered. No one has been othered on college campuses more than conservatives. Now, before we get to the statistics, let's show some stories that you probably know. Let's show the anecdotal. Here's a reel.
Also, a group of conservative students kicked off their campus coffee shop for wearing Make America Great hats again.
I don't want people like you supporting this club.
Well, then you should include
No
that.
one cares about people like you supporting our club.
White supremacist and a vice president that is one of the most anti-gay humans in this country.
At this point, it's not even education anymore, it's indoctrination.
And we begin with the legal battle that is brewing. A student group claims it was ousted by Lone Star College over its conservative views.
Now it's taking college leadership to court.
The piece at the University of Alaska Anchorage depicting Captain America holding the president's severed head.
He was told he had to apologize in front of the class, stand silently while they critiqued him.
She didn't like the fact that I disagreed with the subject being pushed in class.
Okay, that was a rough stuff. Hey, by the way, please give it up for Yaf and College Republicans who put this on for you. Thank you guys and everyone who's already been giving tickets to the after party. We appreciate it so much. You guys have been so accommodating. And I don't know if you know this, but actually, this very show, before it went to, it actually started out of a station here named Owen in Ann Arbor. That was the first show I ever actually had to call my own. Good, we're up at 6 a.m. And you were probably 12 years old. There's a lot of truth. So does anyone know the actual number as far as, because people talk about this a lot, right? People, and you don't want to be folks who just bitch, and you're not armed with information. Does anyone know the actual number of professors on college campus? Well, that's good, that's a good guess, but I think you just picked the lowest of the numbers. Zero's number one! 1%! Are you a t-shirt? No. The ratio of leftist to conservative professors across this country. Do you have any idea?
1 to 12.
8 to 1. Still okay, all right. It's 12 to 1. All right, so sorry. Like 20 to 1, a million to 1. It's 12 to 1, which I thought was pretty bad. And here's something that's crazy to me. 39% of colleges across the country have zero. No conservative professors at all. There's an overlay there on too cute Maddie. Oh, she's so cute. It makes me disgusted. So basically, 40% of universities and college campuses have no, even leaning right, professors. At what point do we acknowledge that it's not just happenstance? Let me ask you this. Can you find 40% of college professors? Can you find 40% of colleges that have no, zero, not one atheist professor? No Buddhist professors, no environmentalist professors. Can you find me 40% of colleges that don't have a single professor who likes Jolly Ranchers? If you're playing the odds game, there's this statistically, doesn't matter how many times you roll the dice, zero? That's almost half. And by the way, a majority of college students, how many people agree with this? One poll, the majority of college students, and by the way, the poll really matters here because you're asking people's opinion. It's not like a poll on healthcare from Bernie Sanders. Are you happy with your healthcare, you son of a bitch? Yeah, I think that's all right. Proof positive, America sucks! No, not as bad as was it, Alexandria, Nina Pintus, and Cortez. Larry Curly Mo Cortez. I can't get the names right. Is it because it's Latino?
Yeah.
No. But let's go with that. I don't have time to argue with you. Just call me a racist and I'll be on my way. Let's do that. You ever have that now? Where someone's like, what are you, a racist? Like, sure, yeah. Okay, all right. I just want an extra fire sauce. I don't want to have a conversation at the drive-thru here. A majority of college students said they feel there's a climate on campus that's completely hostile toward them. Anyone else? Show of hands, a round of applause. I can't see you. Feel that way on campus? And here's the thing. It would be, well, yeah, you're not alone. Right? A big part of why we do this show, a big part of why sometimes we go a little bit too far with the jokes, and I know some of you tomorrow will be telling you'll be like Peter before the roost crows 3 times. I didn't go to a lot of roost crows. Your local paper's going to be like, okay, he has a Christ complex. But we do it so you don't have to be afraid. It's okay to be who you are. We hear that all the time. You're perfect just the way you are. First off, none of you are perfect. Most of you suck. All of us suck, okay? I suck, you suck, Gerald certainly sucks. But that's okay. But then we're told you're fine. Just accept yourself for who you are. Well, what if you're conservative? What if you're a right-leaning person on campus where you're outnumbered 12 to 1, not by students, but by your professors? Where 40% of you are on a college campus with not one person who shares your worldview. That's how it determines. Well, let's not go with burn it down. That's the guy sending clockboy envelopes. I check him out. How funny would that be if we were just clockboy? He's like, oh, what for you again? This time I'll be back at the Chamber of Commerce, then back to the door. I suck as a person. And David Hogg's like, I heard suck as a person? All right, listen. He's 18, it's fine! He's 18, it's fine! Did you see David Hogg trying to encourage Canadians to commit election fraud? It's like, no, even Michael Moore was like, and here's one thing, it's one thing for professors to be all far left, and all of your students to be far left, and it's one thing for you to be afraid simply to speak out, and that is the norm, right? A lot of people have accepted that as the new norm, but it gets even worse when you look at today, and